Okay, so before I get anything started with this video, I just want to thank you guys for clicking on my channel and watching this video. And I hope that my videos are interesting enough for you guys to subscribe to my channel. Also, click the little bell so that you get notifications when I make videos and you will not miss any videos from me. But anyway, let's just, get this on. This story is going to be the story time of when I got arrested. Okay, so this is a very, very crazy story. I was debating on if I even wanted to talk about this and upload this because it's not personal, because you guys will see why, but because this was something like a big, I'm not going to say it was a tragedy, but it was a tragedy, something that I never want to experience again. But I was kind of debating on if I wanted to upload this or even talk about this, but I guess I decided that I would, because why not express what happened in my life and something that will never happen again in my life. So I'm just going to get on with this story time. Okay, I'm going to start with, I was about maybe 13, 14 years old, and I'm going to say that I was 13. Okay. Let me turn the hood on. Okay, I'm going to say that I was about 13 years old, and I know we was moving from Iowa to the town that we lived in, and I can say Iowa because I don't live in that state anymore, but we were moving from Iowa to the city or the area that we were waiting on our house to be ready. So I went, and our house was not ready yet. Our house was not ready. The house that we lived in, our house was not ready, and we were waiting for the house to get ready. Okay, I think this is muffin on my lip. Let's check that out. Little bit of muffin. It's a little bit of muffin. Okay, so basically we were waiting for our house to get ready that we had lived in. Okay, so as the house got ready, we lived with family members. So one of the people who I had lived with was somebody that was really close to, like, a family friend for a very long time. Well, I didn't live with her. I went and, like, stayed a couple nights with her maybe. Okay, so here is when it all got wrong. Okay, this is gonna be real. Okay, also in this video, I would like to say I'm not throwing any shade at anybody. This is just something that I would like to talk about because I can. I'm 21 years old, and I talk about what I want to talk about, and I do what I want to do. So if nobody like it, click off the channel right now. Click off the video. Do not watch it. If you're going to feel offended about anything that I said, then that's your problem. It's not my problem. Okay, so basically, I went and, stayed a couple nights at her house. And her daughters were the type of girls who hung out with the wrong crowd. They basically did what they wanted to do. At the time, like I said, we're 13, 14 years old. Maybe the oldest one was 15. But they hung out with the wrong crowd. They kind of like did whatever they wanted to do. Little thug life, little girls. And, they were the type of girls who just want to fight all the time. And that was not my lifestyle. I did not like to fight. I'm not the person to fight for someone for no reason. So that's her daughters. They will fight people for no reason. If you look at them wrong, they want to argue, and that's just the type of thing that had went on that day. So specifically this day, we had woke up and went outside because that's what kids used to do, go outside instead of being on technology. But anyway, we went outside, and like the whole day they were kind of looking for people to fight. And me being in a town that I don't know, and I'm being like their, we used to call each other sisters, but me being like their little sister, I'm going along with them, okay? So they're looking for people to fight, or like, people to mess with the whole day. And most of the time, people either did not come outside because it was like a group of us. Like, I'm not going to say us because I'm not in their group, but it was a group of us, of their friends and stuff, that was walking around, girls and boys. So some of the people did not come outside. Some of the people wanted to avoid it, like, they're not stupid. Like, jumping was a thing even back then. So basically looking for people to fight all day. Okay, so they went to one of their friends' house, and at this time, as I think about it, she had a baby, and it was kind of weird because us being so young, she had a baby. No shade once again, but it's just a thing. Like, okay, when I think about it, she had a baby. That's kind of weird. But anyway, they went to one of their friends' house, and um, I remember sitting on the porch. Okay, we sitting on the porch, and one of the girls that a girl walked past, and one of my mom friend's daughter fought her before, and I guess she like tased her in the face or something like that. So they're like, oh, yo, we're gonna, the two sisters, one is gonna be named Brianna, and one is gonna be named Deja. Okay, so the girl tased Deja in the eye. So everybody's like, oh, Deja, that's the girl that tased you in the eye. So she's like, oh, well, go tell her I'm gonna fight her. And she had walked past and went to the store. Okay, then she ended up walking back past. So they still went and told her, she still want to fight you. Woo, woo. Okay, I'm not knowing what she's saying. I just know what's going on. Okay, so all of a sudden they come for downstairs, because this is like an apartment building complex. Okay, this is like, apartment building. So all I know is that, like, all of these girls, they come down, they got railroad track nails. If you ever been on a train or walk past railroad tracks have big nails. Okay, they have railroad track nails. They come down and they're passing it around to everybody, and somebody give one to me. And I remember Brianna, which is the oldest sister, I remember her taking it out of my hand and saying, no, she don't have anything to do with this, so she's not going to fight. Nobody's going to fight her. She's not going to fight anybody. She don't know anybody around here, etc., etc. So I remember that. Kudos to you, Brianna. But anyway, so they took it and they like, well, she's not gonna fight, that she don't need to be with us. And then I remember Deja like, okay, she's not gonna fight, and whoever got a problem with it, da 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 da, da 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 da. Okay, so it comes, they like following the girl, and she goes in a house, and this is a little bitty house that she goes in, this little bitty house, and so many people come out. And I mean so many people came out this house. It was like a little clown car. And when all those clowns come out, that's exactly how it was. Like, I kid. So if I can remember correctly, I'm not for sure if it was like Brianna or Deja or one of their friends that just started fighting a girl first. But I remember either way it goes, all of the girls that were on Brianna and Deja's side had railroad track nails. Okay. I remember that. I remember the girl went in the house, and she might have had like a little couple of friends that came out with her before all of the other people came out, which were mainly guys, like dudes, like big, hefty dudes, like before all the dudes came out. So, okay, so I'm not for sure who threw the first punch or whatever, but all I know is I know some hits were fired. The girl that was fighting Deja, she must have hit her in the head, and I remember she had on a yellow shirt. Okay, this is something that, like, I feel like I would never forget in my life. The girl had on a yellow shirt, and I guess when she hit her, she hit her up here, and she just had blood all over her face, blood all over her yellow shirt, like, blood all over her face, as if she had just been through, like, a massacre. And I remember, Deja dropped the railroad track nail, and somebody picked it up and hit her with it in, like, her head. So then she, she had blood all over her. I remember just standing in the middle of the street, like, where did I go wrong with coming out here? Or, like, what is going on around here? Like, how did all of this happen? Okay, so once it started fighting and everything, everybody, all the little dudes, not the little dudes, those was like grown men. Those were grown men. Those were really grown. But I remember all the men coming out the house. And I remember Brianna finding a girl that was on their side and then picking Brianna up by her hair and just slinging her. Like, I remember her falling, and I remember just being like, oh my God, like, just, throwing my hands up like, oh my God. I remember standing in the street, and this is like a busy intersection. I remember cars on both sides of the road, like, because this is in the middle of the intersection, okay? Cars on both sides of the road, they honking. I remember one lady, she had a slide-up phone, like one of those phones that, like, slide up, like, like slide up like this. I remember she had one of those phones, and she told me, she's like, baby, you better get out of here, because I'm finna call the police, and the police finna come. And I remember hearing the police come, and I remember once the police come, like, obvious what everybody, how did makeup get on this brush? I've never used this brush before. How did makeup get on here? Like, how did that happen? I've never used this brush before. Like, but anyway, I remember everybody running, and I heard the police, and I ran too. Okay, so I'm running, and something told me, Mahliyah, stop. Why are you running? You had nothing to do with this. Like, you were not here. Like, okay, so I'm running, and I stop, and I start walking because, like, I had nothing to do with this, so they can't take me. Like, I don't know any of these people. I only know Brianna and Deja. I can't get them nobody else's name. I can't even get them their friend name because it's not my friend, so I don't know her. I'm just with them. Okay, so basically, I got left because I did not run with anybody. I basically got left. Okay, so again, I'm in a town that I have no idea where nothing is. So I go down the alley because I see everybody running to the alley. So I'm taking it that they're running back to Deja and Brianna's friend house. So I run down the alley, and of course I do not go in her house because obviously I don't know you to go in your house. So I go down the alley. Okay, so her house is right here, and the apartment building is here. So this is the back of the apartment building that everybody running in. So I'm looking down the alley, and I see Brianna run down this way with a dude. So then I start calling her out, Brianna, running, but she's not hearing me either. Or either she's hearing me, but she continued to run instead of stopping, for me. Okay, so I run down the alley, get down, and I don't see anybody. So I went the same direction as she went, and this is another intersection that I'm coming down. Okay, so I'm on a street that looks familiar because it is her house street. But I see like two little Hispanic girls playing, and I say, hey, did you just see a girl and a guy come down this block? And they're like, yeah, they went that way. So I follow down the block, and then I see their house. So I go knock on their door. Nobody's there. No. I'm going to the house, and their mom is outside. Like, my mom, friend or whatever, she's outside. She just came from the grocery store. Okay, she's at the grocery store while all of this is going on. So, somehow, Deja beat me there. Even though I seen Brianna running down the alley, Deja beats me there, and, she is like, oh, she's bleeding, and their mom is like, oh, what didn't happen, and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, freaking out, like, oh my God, what just happened, oh my God, what's going on? Okay, obviously, these girls knew Deja and Brianna's house, because they sent the police right to Deja and Brianna's house, and I'm asking their mom, like, have you seen Brianna, because I just seen Brianna running down the alley. The little girls told me that she came this way, so where did she go? That she seen me calling her, and she did not stop for me. Deja and her mom is talking, and Deja is explaining that the same girl who tased her started the fight, which was false. They started the fight. To be honest, no lies. Her and her friends started the fight because her friends instigated it, and her friends came outside with railroad track nails, and that's the truth. Okay, so she's explaining to her that they started the fight with them, yada yada yada. So she's asking me where was I. I'm like, hey, I was there, but I ain't do nothing. Like, I'm still confused with what's going on right now. So the police comes. Somebody sent the police to their house. Okay, I had to get my lipstick on fleek because it was kind of looking a little crazy now. But anyway. Let me let it dry, and I'll be right back. So I'm scared right now, so I use the bathroom. Okay, so I come out the bathroom, and I'm standing on the front porch. My lips are still not dry, and I'm trying to talk so they can dry and be mad. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so I come out the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the porch or whatever. Or not really sitting on the porch, like they had a rail, so I was like leaning on the rail, And when I came out, they was talking to Deja. So they talking to Deja, and they must have asked her like who was there with her. So she says me instead of her sister. She says me. So they tell me to calm down. So I calm down, come off the porch or whatever, and they tell me, these cops tell me to get in the back of a police wagon. Why am I getting in the back of the police wagon? So their mom says, oh, they're just taking you for questioning. Okay, first of all, when I was younger, I did not know, but if they need to question you, they're going to question you there. They're not going to take you to the police station. In the back of a police truck or paddy wagon or whatever you want to call it, they're not going to take you there. And I wish I would have known then, because then I would have been like, no, I'm not going, because I had nothing to do with this. But me being young, I went along with what was being said. Alright, so I'm in the back, and I'm sitting next to Deja, and she notices that some of her people that she was with earlier that day, that they were trying to be in fights and stuff, because some dudes got in a fight earlier that day. And she notices that they are in the other side of the truck. Whoa, that was kind of close. She notices that they are sitting in the other side of the truck. So they all in there talking, boo, 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 and I'm just in there like... Okay, so we get to the police station, and we sitting in these rooms, okay? So you gotta take off your shoes, you gotta take your hair out your headband, and we sitting in these stalls. I don't know what you call them, these little rooms. And oh my God, we're sitting there. I feel like we weren't sitting there that long. Well, yeah, I feel like we were, but I was sitting in one of the front doors, and I started to cry because I'm here, I did nothing. Why am I here? Okay, why am I getting put in a room? And when is somebody going to come ask me for questions? So a guy tells me, oh, they'll be right with you. So he put me in the first stall because I'm crying and he's going to come and talk to me or whatever. So I'm sitting in the stall, and they had the door open for me. It was a white policeman. The black policeman walks past and shuts the door. So I'm like, okay, he just shut the door, even though the white cop left the door open because he was going to come and talk to me because I was crying, and he wanted to know, what really happened and why am I here. And he shuts the door. He just shuts the door on me. Like, he just shuts the door. Okay, so since I was in the first stall, I keep looking under the door, and I see that it's a light. So I keep saying, oh my God, it's light time. I'm going to get out of here. And I swear to God, when I get out of here, I'm going home. Or in this instance, I'm going back to my grandpa's house because, again, our house was not ready. I'm going back to my grandpa's house, going home. I don't want to be here. This don't make no sense. I had nothing to do with this, but I'm sitting up in here. And where Tia at? And why she didn't stop for me? And why she leaves me? And why Taisha leave me? So they come and they do my fingerprint. They do all of this. I fall asleep in here. I fall asleep in this room, this stall, whatever you want to call it. I fall asleep. And I have on jeans, socks, and a shirt like this. So I take my hands, and I'm trying to put my hands on my shirt to get warmth. Like, to get warm. Because it's cold. It's cold in here. Like, it's cold, and it's like, it's nothing you could do. You can't tell these people, can you turn the heat up? So they open the doors, and I'm like, yes, we finna leave. Yes. So they come, they get me, and they have handcuffs on me. They put me in a police car. So I say, where am I going? He said, you're going to the juvenile detention hall. I'm like, what? And at this time, I'm like, what is that? What is that? I know jail. That's all I know. I know jail. So he puts me in the back of a police car, and I see a girl sitting in the front. So I'm thinking it is Brianna. She got a ponytail in her hair like Brianna. I'm like, okay, this is Brianna. So I'm trying to talk without talking. I'm like, psst, psst. And he's like, you guys can't talk with woo. So he's like, asking us on the way there, like, why y'all in here, blah blah blah. And I'm kind of thinking like, this is not Brianna. This is not how Brianna sounds. This is not her. So who is this in the front seat? We get out and he put us. He took us, like, I'm not gonna say where because I have no idea, but he took us from that police station to the juvenile detention hall. So we get there, they do search you. Then I get put in another waiting stall or little room, whatever you want to call it. But this time they were willing to give us covers. Okay, and we got to do the phone call. So now I'm really crying. I'm really upset. I'm like, what's really going on? Why am I still here? Why am I still in here? And where's my mom? Why haven't nobody came to pick me up? Nobody has asked me questions about this. And I'm supposed to be here for questions. I'm supposed to be here for questions. Okay, so it becomes a time. I'm knocking on the door. I'm telling him, like, can I call my mom? He's like, yeah, you're going to be next. Woo woo. So I'm sitting in the little stall, waiting cell, whatever. And I'm seeing parents come and pick these kids up. So I'm just knowing I'm going to see my mom walk through this door and come and pick me up. I am seeing it. He tells me you can come call. So I go call, and I call my grandpa's phone because that's the only number that I know right now. So I call his house phone, and my mom answers, and she's already crying. And I'm like, Mom, are you okay? And she's like, no, are you okay? Such and such. We're going to call the mom such and such. Such and such just called me about 10 minutes ago and told me what didn't happen. After I've been calling her, asking her, how you doing? She didn't tell me that all of this stuff had happened and you were in juvenile detention hall. What? I've been sitting, not in here, but I've been sitting in the police station all day, basically, all night. When we left the jail, the little jail thing, when we left there, it was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. So now I'm making it to the juvenile detention hall at about 3, 4 o'clock, or 4:30 in the morning. So you telling me she's just about calling you about 10 minutes ago? Like, wow. Thank you, such and such. Wow. Thank you. So my mom was like, okay, well, is Deja in there with you? And I noticed Deja was in there. So I'm like, yeah. So I noticed a guy, who worked there. He's like, oh, you know her? And I'm like, yeah. And Deja's all behind the stuff like, no, you don't know me. I don't know who you are. Don't be telling people you know who I am. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I do know who you are. And it's your fault I'm in here. And, like, I'm getting, like, really mad right now because don't try to say you don't know me and I'm in here because of y'all. I'm in here because of y'all because I didn't do anything. So I asked my mom, like, where is Brianna? She said, oh, Brianna at home. How is Brianna at home? And I'm in here. Oh, Brianna went home and hid in the basement. Really? She went home and hid in the basement. So basically, I took her spot. So I took Brianna's spot, and Deja had her own spot. So basically, I am one of those sisters who they're basically saying was in that fight. Okay. And all of this could have been resolved if such and such came to pick us up from the police station, which she didn't because she went home and she took a nap. She took a nap. Okay, so she did not care that I was in there because her daughter was in there, so she don't care. Okay, so, I'm crying with my mom, and my mom like, it's okay, they're going to give you a court date tomorrow, so I'm going to just come get you tomorrow, and I'm like, good, but that means I got to stay here overnight. So, we go through the whole thing, and I'm not really going to get into that too much of, what happens with their, in there. I'm not going to go into that too much. It's nothing bad, to my knowledge. I think I had I'm not going to say a pretty good stay, but everybody treated me very kindly because I was just crying all the time because I was very upset. And everybody treated me kind. So I'm just going to fast forward. The next day, I'm up, I'm ready. I'm like, yes. They sent me breakfast. I don't want to eat this breakfast. I'm finna get out of here. I'm going straight home. I don't want nothing else to do with this. I will never speak to these people again. Yada, yada, yada. So we go, go through this thing. You got to go through this thing to basically go to the court hearing or whatever they want to call it. So we're sitting there, me and, I think I was in there by myself that time. And they had asked me if I wanted a lawyer or, one of those things. And I ended up saying no because I have no idea what's going on. I am 13 or 14 years old. I have no idea what's going on here. All I know is, where's my mom? I come in here and I'm looking around and I see a couple people in here, but none of these people are my mom. I'm not understanding what's going on. So I hear him say, okay, we're going to set another court date. What do you mean you're going to set another court date? So you telling me I still got to sit in here? So you telling me I still can't go home? So what happened was I went back. They put me back in my cell and they had explained to me that I was not able to leave because my parent did not come and pick me up and she was not at the court hearing thinking. So I'm like, what do you mean my mom was not here? My mom told me she was going to be here. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so I had to go through the whole process, went to lunch, the little lunch, went to, these little classes, because even though you're in a juvenile detention, they still make you go to, school or whatever you want to call that. So I went to those, and, they let you write letters and all of that stuff in there. So I ended up writing a letter to my mom, not even thinking, how long am I going to be in here? I'm just writing a letter, and I got, my little tears all over the paper. So they come and get me from one of the classes, and they sit me in this room, and, they're like, keep your hands above the table. Don't put your hands under the table. Don't hug the guests. And I'm like, the guests? What are you talking about? So they bring Deja in. So Deja's sitting in the table in front of me. So Deja's trying to turn around and talk to me. I'm not wanting to talk to you now, Deja. I don't want to hear anything. You just said last night that you didn't know me. I don't want to talk to you. So the people was telling her not to talk to me, but she's still trying to talk to me. I'm not talking to her back because you can get in trouble, they can kick you out, and you will not be able to talk to your guests. So in comes walking my mom, and she's crying, and she's really upset. So I see her, and then I started crying and just showing how, I was upset. Okay, yada, yada, yada. We're sitting there, we're crying, and I asked my mom what happened. She thinks she mad because such and such got here there late, so that's why I'm not being able to leave. She said in 2 days they were going to set another little court hearing for me to be seen and see if I can get out there. 2 days, 2 more days. It was crazy. All I did was cry. From my room, I had seen a little bunny outside of my window, and I'm like, that's crazy. He's free, and I'm stuck in here. And they had gave me little magazines, and my hair was all over my head because you cannot wear headbands or ponytail holders, whatever you want to call it. You cannot wear them in there. My hair was all over my head. A girl braided my hair, and I'm so tender-headed. So the whole time I'm just ouch, ouch, whatever. She wasn't able to finish my hair because at a certain time you gotta go back in your room, and then they would let the upstairs people come out and just hang out, watch TV, and all of that other stuff. And it's I was literally living in hell. It was horrible. I'm not gonna say it was horrible, but it was not my cup of tea at all. I did not like it, and I would never want to experience that, and I would never wish for anybody to experience that ever. I'm gonna speed it up. 2 days came. I woke up that morning. I was very excited. My mom did show up on time. She had another one of her friends come and take her to get me. I was just so happy to be able to get out. It was amazing. Okay, so I was just so happy. They take your clothes and they put your clothes in this little room, and my clothes reeked. My clothes smelled horrible. Okay, they smelled like basement, they've been in somebody's basement for at least 13 years. Seriously, they smelled so bad. But I was just so happy to put my clothes on and leave. Okay, so it's an hour before they take us to go leave, and they said me and the girl that Brianna and Deja fought, they sit us at a table. They said, you sit at this side and you sit at this side and talk. talk about what happened. So we're looking at each other like, what are you talking about? So they're telling us, they're trying to basically try to resolve the fight and what happened in the fight. So I tell them, I'm like, I don't know her. And she's like, I don't know her. Then they're like, how don't you guys know each other and you two fought? She's like, I didn't fight her. And I'm like, I did not fight her. And they were like, what are you talking about? So I had to break it down. Like, Brianna. I'm like, do you know Brianna? She's like, yes. Do you know Deja? She's like, yes. I'm like, basically, I took their spot. I took the wrath for Brianna. Brianna went home and she hid in the basement. And basically, I took the fall for her. So I spent these 3 days in here for Brianna. Because Brianna went home and she hid in the basement. So the lady's like, you were really serious. Like, you really did not do anything. Because I kept saying over and over and over, like, I did not do anything. I did not do anything. She's like, you really serious? You really did not do anything? And I'm like, yeah, I really did not do anything. Like, I really did not have anything to do with this. So she's like, you should really talk to somebody about that. Because this is going to be on your record. This is going to be on your record. And you did absolutely nothing. You don't know who this girl is. This girl did not know who you is. That's crazy. She's like, you should go to somebody. You should really tell the truth about what happened. And, get them to get the real person. I'm like, of course I'm going to tell the truth about what happened. Like, I don't care about getting somebody else in trouble when somebody has got me in trouble and I took the fall for them. Because that is not okay, especially if this is going to be, like, something that be on my record. Okay, so basically, we're going to fast forward. I got to leave. I was just very happy. I was just very happy. Me and my mom cried. We hugged. And such and such had said hi to me as we were leaving. And I just looked at her and shook my head like, this makes no sense. Like, I literally took the fall for your daughter. You smiling at me like it's okay when I have been living in nastiness for 3 days. It's not okay. It's not. Like, don't smile at me. Like, apologize to me. Say you're sorry to me, which has never happened to this day. But my mom told me that you have to, forgive and don't forget, which is what I have did. Even though I still have not forgave, but I still do not forget. Okay, so basically, update about this. Had to go to court cases, and I explained to them what really happened, the truth. I don't care if this is like throwing somebody under the bus, but once you get me in trouble for something so serious, because this was battery, this was like battery, this was, what do you call that when it's like a big crowd, mob, something. Okay, so basically I went to a couple court dates and talked to a lawyer that got appointed to me. That means they gave it to me. So basically I ended up getting it off of my record because I had to stay out of trouble for maybe almost a year. But I'm not a person who gets into trouble, so that was easy for me to do. So I basically got off of my record and proven that I did not do anything. So basically this was like the best thing that happened through the whole process of getting it off my record. So it's like nothing on my record that this has ever happened. So it was just amazing, an amazing ending. When I mean I have never been back to such and such house, I've never been back to such and such house, and I'm 21 years old, and this happened when I was 13 or 14. Like, something like that could really damage a person, could really hurt a person, and can really make a person think differently of you. And me just going to such and such house is, even me being 21 years old, I feel like that is not okay for me. I feel like that is a no-go zone. And I think such and such has moved a couple times, but I still do not feel like I should ever go to such and such house. There's no need for me to. Because the last time I went to such and such house, I ended up in juvenile, aka jail. Kids jail. But anyway, that's the story of when I went to jail. I took the fall for somebody else, basically. But it's still off my record, so Millie Rock, hey, Millie Rock, hey. But anyway, thank you guys for listening to my story. If you like this story, well, it really does not matter if you like this story because this happened in my life. so it doesn't matter if you like it. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click the little bell so you don't miss any more videos from me, and you get notifications when I upload videos. I will upload this makeup look. This is going to be like a natural makeup look. Also, I have a back to school makeup look that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after that, maybe the day after that. But it will be uploaded. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Mahliyah K, MONIAKAYY. Go add me on Snapchat, Mahliyah K, MONIAKAYY. And stay tuned for more videos because I promise they will be coming.